Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And geez, it's funny, the last time I put a video out was almost 3 months ago, and I said, right, another one coming one next week. And since Christmas and January, it's just been so busy, so I haven't managed to put much out at all. But I thought I'd come to you with a quick video based on Flow Designer once again, and the new Flow Diagrammer, which I think is very, very, very useful. So what I've got my PDI up here, and in order to get access to Flow Diagrammer, you need to be on the San Diego release, which is the new and latest release, available in personal development instances. So first thing we need to do is activate the plugin, Flow Diagramming. I've already installed it. If you haven't, go click install in your PDI, give it 5 minutes. It's actually quite a quick plugin just to get up and running. And then what will happen if we go into Flow Designer on the screen share here, and what I'll do, I'll just load up a quick flow that I used in one of the last videos, or I've adjusted since just for the demo today. And we can see my flow here. You see this little toggle switch up here, which is our flow diagram view. So we can click to toggle between our standard flow design or our flow diagram, which looks like a process map. So I've got my real basic flow. Just move my microphone over. I've got a real basic flow in this example that talks about when an outage or degradation is raised on the outage table. We send an email off to edit flow writer, which would be pretty cool if I had that address. And we say if it's an outage, create an incident. We want to use as a parent incident, or if it's nothing, if it's not an outage, just create a log. So it's just a real demo flow here. But what we do, if we can click into the flow diagrammer, and let's come back over here. This, upon first view, when I looked at it, instantly made me think of virtual agent conversation. That kind of, what do they call them, verticals, where you go down and you have the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And what the useful thing is, not only that you can click on here and see the table or what the conditions that it's running on, is you can quickly add in actions or flow logic. Not everything on the flow logic side comes across from the normal flow, but you can see all of the content from each of your steps in here, in the little navigation window here. This is my condition. If it's an outage, very, very similar. But really importantly, you can see where it goes off to a false or a true. I know some of the flows I've built for my secular job, after some time, they can get really quite complicated. You really got to follow the lines to see on this side of things, where you think, okay, so that's line 3, so that's part of that condition. Then it goes back and hops down into line 2, so then you've got to see what the conditions are. Then it comes back into the first line. So it can get quite uncomfortable to really go through it. But this really makes it stand out as to what path it's following. Very similar to the legacy workflow editor with being really clean, but I think it's really useful to have these paths here. What it also does, which I haven't built in a demo for us today, is that when we have lots of if and else conditions, there can be occasions where the scenario that we've built, if you just use your imaginations for a second, that are else if or anything else that we've got in there, any option that we have in there, might not ever run because we don't have, nothing's really going to hit that condition. So what Flow Diagrammer does is it'll highlight exactly where something will never actually run. Something's just going to be a completely orphaned step in a process that you're never ever going to get to. So I haven't got it in this example today, but it's really useful to really try and troubleshoot those flows. You can do things, like I mentioned, you can put in a lot of actions in here, just as you can on the standard flow view. It's not everything that you can do, but it is pretty good. I think there's definitely use cases to build like this if you wanted to. Add your fields in. I think it's a bit slower to use than the main flow. But for us that like to see things visually, not just step by step and thinking, okay, so if it's step 3, then it comes back there, then it goes into step 6, it lays it out really nicely for you. So I hope that helps. I just thought it was a really cool little feature. You know, obviously won't talk about everything else in the new Next UI, or Polaris as they're calling it for now, and what else you can do. Just trying to keep it on flow for now. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything you've found out that's really interesting, let me know. Or if you have an idea for a next video, shoot it my way and we'll see if we can do it. Alright guys, take care, and I'll hopefully catch you soon.